So the three videos that we watched on the D2L and the three questions. The first one was, does the media glorify drug use? And for me, I would say half and half, honestly. It's so hard to pick a side because these extremes, people will take such extreme views. So on one hand, we have this narco corridos, and the journalists are sneaking into this concert to get a snitch on this guy, and Chelsea Handler is all, I love getting high with Willie, and they're laughing about it, and kids at home are like, wow, I want to get high too, just like Chelsea. So there's this element of, man, they are so glorifying drug use. But then when Hoffman died, that I thought that whole interview process was very good, and I didn't think there was any glorification there. So it really does depend on the source and the channel. But I don't think the media is responsible for drug use among children. I think that's more of the arts. I think it's more of the films that they watch, and because honestly, kids don't watch news. And yes, you'll have those random weird guys that are offering drugs to kids, but as much as that is going on, there's like 10 times more of a problem with media and how kids ingest media. So I think that is more of a uptick for drug use among children. And then the last question was, what is the media's role in the drug war? And honestly, it's to report what happens. And if that is a concert that they're allowed into, then so be it. If that's talking about Hoffman's death and the fact that it's your choice to stick the needle in your arm, that's another thing. I don't think that it should be interviewing all the people that got high with artists. But if you think of Mill's utilitarian principle, the greatest good for the greatest number of people, there's like the glorification of drugs is not following that whatsoever, because drugs are bad for you, obviously. So I think that media's job in this war is not to glorify drugs, and taking into Mill's principle of saying, okay, like drugs are bad, and so we're going to report what happens, but we're not going to be supportive of this, and we're not going to be, what's the word, like on board. We're not going to support it. So yes.